Ganito kalakas ang ulan sa Atimonan, Quezon pero hindi po yan dahil sa bagyo kundi dahil sa Intertropical Convergence Zone kung saan nakapaloob ang isang low pressure area. Baha rin sa ilang lugar sa Luzon gaya ng 4 na barangay sa Adjongan, Romblon at ilang lugar sa Paete at Pangi, Laguna. Baha rin sa ilang lugar sa Cebu. Ayon sa Pag-asa, opisyal nang nagsimula ang amihan season. Pero kahit tapos na ang panahon ng habagat, merong binabantayang bagyo ngayon na papangalan ng Marce pagpasok nito sa Philippine Area of Responsibility. Halos hindi raw ito gumagalaw, hindi pa tiyak kung kailan ito papasok ng PAR at kung anong magiging direksyon nito. Pero ayon sa tala ng Japan Meteorological Agency, posible ito pumasok sa PAR sa Sabado. Sinasabi rin ng ilang weather model na posibleng lumihis ang bagyo papuntang Pacific Ocean. Bumaba na raw ang tsansa nito maglandfall sa Southern Luzon o Bicol region. Suspendido ang arrest warrant laban kay MNLF founding chairman Nur Misuari na nakaharap ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa Malacanang kanina.
There is that pending warrant which is lifted now upon my orders so that we can talk. And I would like to assure Brother Nur that there is never an intention to deprive you of your liberty.
And now I came here, foremost in my mind is, how can we help our president finish his job through to the end of his 6-year term? Because I know for a fact that he will not abandon his place to the people.
Suspendido rin ang paglilitis sa kasong rebelyon ni Misuari dahil sa 2013 Zamboanga siege kung saan mahigit 200 ang namatay. 6 na buwan epektibo ang suspension ng arrest warrant. Sumama pa si Misuari sa cabinet meeting kanina matapos siyang sunduin ni Presidential Peace Advisor Jesus Dureza sa Sulu. Ayon sa Pangulo, tinanggap na ni Misuari ang imbitasyon ng gobyerno para sa usapang pangkapayapaan. Si Misuari naman nagpasalamat sa Pangulo at nangakong makikipagtulungan sa kanya. Nagharap naman sa main event press conference sa Las Vegas, Nevada ang tinaguriang The Legend na si Manny Pacquiao at The Champion na si Jesse Vargas. Kapwa ay binida ng mga trainer nila ang ganda ng kanilang training camp at ang galing at husay ng kanilang mga alaga. Malayo man ang diferensya sa karanasan at edad ng dalawang boksingero, pareho naman daw nilang sineryoso ang pag-iensayo. Nagpalitan din ng papuri sina Pacquiao at Vargas. Sabi ni Pacquiao, karangalan niya na makalaban ng isang kampyon. Si Vargas naman, nire-respeto raw si Pacquiao na tinawag pa niyang one of the best. Ang bakbak ito ang unang beses na tatapak sa ring si Pacquiao bilang isang senador. Best Actress ang peg ni Paolo Ballesteros sa pagtanggap niya ng kanyang first Best Actor Award sa Tokyo International Film Festival. Para ito sa pelikulang Die Beautiful kung saan gumanap siya bilang isang trans woman. Sa kanyang acceptance speech, ka-look-alike pa ni Paolo si Julia Roberts. Pinasalamatan niya ang direktor ng Die Beautiful na si June Lana. Iniaalay raw ni Paolo ang kanyang pagkapanalo sa anak na si Keira at sa mga Dabber Cats na sumusuporta sa kanya. Nasungkit din ng Die Beautiful ang Audience Choice Award. Wagi naman bilang Best Asian Feature Film sa naturang festival ang Filipino film ni Mikhail Red na Birdshot. Ibinahagi ni dating Miss Earth Philippines Imelda Schweigart ang Facebook conversation nila ng designer na si Leo Almudal kaugnay ito ng kontrobersyal na yellow gown na isinuot ni Miss Earth 2016 Catherine Espin. Nagpakitang gilas naman sa isang French talent show ang isang bulag na Pinay singer. Ang isang judge napaiyak sa kanyang performance. Usapang sports naman, opisyal nang inanunsyo ni Mighty Mouse Jimmy Alapag ang kanyang permanente raw na pagre-retiro sa Philippine basketball. From basketball to baseball, winakasan ng Chicago Cubs ang mahigit isang siglong title drought. Tinalo nila ang Cleveland Indians sa championship series ng Major League Baseball. Balik tayo sa paghaharap ni na Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at MNLF founding chairman Nur Misuari sa Malacanang. Anong masasabi nyo sa pagkakasuspinde ng arrest warrant laban kay Misuari at sa pagpayag niyang pumasok sa peace talks? Feel free to comment below. At para sa ibang top stories for the day, visit our website and social media pages.
And secondly, about this campaign against drug, one of my commanders, I was telling Secretary Dureza while we were flying from Holo to Manila. I told him one of my commanders has written me a report saying, Kaji, addressing me. Every time I finish my prayers in the morning prayers, I go to the balcony of my humble house, overlooking the highway in Olo. Every time I see people, young people, in the prime of their life, walking like ancient people or what, I say, what's the cause? Drugs. They are destroying our children, our youth. Who will succeed us after this? When our citizens are already destroyed by these drugs. To us, I've always been saying that drug is a restless, creeping threat to humanity. International organization is spending billions and billions and produce no result at all. This is one of the biggest source of crimes to humanity, these drugs. And apart from that, I was also saying that since Malaysia is the one who is involved in this kidnapping for ransom, probably one day I will drag the leaders into the International Criminal Court. I have all the evidences in my hands. My people are everywhere. And besides, they cannot escape because they are hiring my own people. Even Sipadan, they hired my cadre officers because they offer them millions. And then they have the goal to ask one of my nephews here, we want to see the chairman. They suggested Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Makkah. And then they said, we'll meet at his camp. I said, then recently they said, let us advance our meeting in Indonesia. He is one of my members of my delegation now. I said, stop it. I don't have the heart to see these people. After they make this conspiracy to destroy the honor and integrity of my people, I am so concerned, Mr. President, because one time I had a press conference. It was a big room in Malaysia. But at the time, I did not know yet who was behind the Sipadan. Sipadan has just broken loose in the world media. They asked me, they asked questions. Before even I could open my mouth, one German lady stood up and pointed her finger at my face. You know, Governor, your people are the worst people in the world. I said, sit down. I will explain to you. Because she said, why did they kidnap people for ransom? Now, I told them. I said, listen, I can understand what is prompting in your heart, in your soul. I can understand that because you come, I'm sorry, with due respect, from Western civilization. And according to Western civilization in my studies, there is such thing like collective punishment. When somebody commits mistake, commits crime, what will he do? What will he do? They can even destroy the whole community. Just 1 second. But in our case, we are Muslims. The crime of the father cannot be imputed to the son, let alone the crime of the son can be imputed. No. So they stopped. And the people started howling at her. Oh, Muslim white people. She was very irresponsible. So I want to stop here. Just allow me to reiterate my sense of gratitude to the President and my promise that should he need our cooperation in his campaign for peace, you can count on us, Mr. President, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Finally, understanding on a common ground with government, and that I assure you, I said, as you have narrated, we will come up with the modality and then, of course, how to place us in our proper homeland, our Mindanao, and that we will talk about the Bangsamoro Authority. We are ready for that, Brother Nur, and as a matter of fact, I said, I was elected for 6 years, but I told Congress if they're able to craft a territorial structure for the federal government and go ahead with the elections and provide the presidency for another form of government, I assure you that upon its completion, if it could be done earlier, 2 years, you have my word, I will resign as president and pave a way for a territorial government, which would have provided also maybe a strong president, but equally strong national parliamentary, subject to the rules of federalism, which will provide a greater leeway, elbow room for governance for our people. I am for it. I know that we have talked many times. You passed by Davao City that we would just agree to a federal setup, give everybody his due, do justice to the Moro people committed many centuries ago. You know, Brother Nur, this is not really to pull my own chair. But when I was talking to a lot of the Americans, and I said, and I reminded them of the several massacres, not only in Holo, but in Samar, the bell that was from the church there was taken out by the Americans. And because one colonel died there, an American, every male, 10 years and above, had their heads cut off also. So these are the things that I said contributed to the lot of injustice. And you have to pardon the next generation, for we did not know, at least the Filipinos now in Mindanao. So we would like to ask that we work together with our Moro brothers and create a country that is really, that is just and that is good, and that would be for the next generations to come. I would like you to just say a few words, and we can maybe ask, maybe we can ask questions later. But this is a podium address being used by the president, you know that, because you also once upon a time a cabinet member. May I ask you to just give a short talk using the podium of the President of the Republic of the Philippines.